Hey everyone, it's Christy here for my second layout of the day. My husband was nice enough to take my daughter for the day and just kind of hang out with her and keep her occupied, even though she was super grumpy. Yeah, and I was able to dedicate some time to get a little bit caught up on my album. So this is the second week of July now, and it is my daughter's birthday week. So there are a few photos that you might recognize from my daughter's birthday layouts. That is another YouTube process video you can check out if you haven't already. So the colors for this layout are inspired by that card with all the stars on the left hand side, and that's a card by Studio Calico. And there are a few Studio Calico cards along with a few Gossamer Blue cards, and I also went back to those Becky Higgins cards just to make use of them. They're just sitting there, so I might as well use them, especially as a background for matting and such like that. So there's cards from the Good Times Value Kit, and you know what? I can't even remember the names. But so yeah, a lot of them are from Becky Higgins. The only card that's not is the bottom right hand corner card that is by Fancy Pants. So the colors are going to be kind of like a navy blue, pink, orange, yellow, and then that like minty green color. And I'm going to point out to you right now that I'm also using the Studio Calico card. It says happy birthday to you repeatedly. I'm just laying that in behind, but they spelled the word happy wrong. There's some that are spelled correctly with two P's, but there's quite a few that only have one P. Come on, Studio Calico. You had one job. So I'm just kind of playing around with that to make sure that those blue and mint green cards can kind of hide the spelling error, because that kind of stuff drives me crazy. And I'm just going through, and I had pre-picked out all these embellishments with the gazillion colors, and just kind of picked and chose what I thought would work, and just laying those out now. This layout didn't come together as quickly as I would have liked. It took me about an hour and a half with quite a few interruptions, but total scrapping time was about an hour and a half. And yeah, so I'm using quite a few doilies, wood veneer. That July wood veneer is from the latest Studio Calico kit, and I wanted to bring in some other wood veneer as well, just to kind of tie in. And it does have kind of a marquee kind of look to it, so I tried to bring in some other similar looking wood veneer. So this star card that inspired it all, if you see me working on the star card, just kind of close your eyes, because it was a disaster, and I'm not quite sure what I was thinking as I was working on it, but it doesn't end up staying this way. So I do spend a lot of time on this star card, and it changes like drastically. So I'll just kind of talk you through it a bit. But so anyway, that orange doily is from Doodlebugs and does not stay on there. This star acrylic piece is by Heidi Swap, and it does not stay on there. These alphas, these white alphas that you're going to see me putting on there, are by Studio Calico. And guess what? Those don't stay on there either. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking with this Star Cousins. I knew I wanted to talk about my daughter and my nephew playing together, but does that make sense? Star Cousins? No, it doesn't. So peel that all off and play around with it. And I got these stickers on my hand and blah blah blah. I'm going on and on. But yeah, end up putting the word cousins just underneath that photo, underneath at the bottom of that photo. And it's simple, but it does the job, and it's not like ridiculous like the card beside it. So yeah, where are we off to next? Oh, I'm kind of on this like twine, I don't know, twine thing, and try to use this yellow twine on there because, you know, on my previous layout I had put some twine on there, but I don't end up using that at all, and I'm happy that I didn't end up using any of the twine on this layout. I don't want to get into like a funk and do the same things kind of over and over. I want to switch it up, and so I want to keep it fresh and new and that sort of thing. Try different things and that sort of thing. So I'm layering this wood veneer piece on one of the die cuts that came in the July Studio Calico kit and layering it on top of a label, and just trying to see if there's any other labels spots that I want to use. I had this like sticker that said eat cake, so I thought that was pretty perfect, and the colors worked perfectly with this layout. So I'm just again layering that on top of one of the die cuts that came in the July kit. And I have these puffy stickers that I love, but I'm not quite sure what I was thinking again with this layout. Like, look, like as if that card wasn't hideous enough, I'm going to start putting some puffy stickers like all over the place. And yeah, doesn't look good. But don't worry, it doesn't stay that way. I come to my senses a little bit later. Alright, so next I'm trying to still use this twine, but I don't. And so I move on to the title card. And I adhere down the Studio Calico Happy Birthday card and just am layering 2 other Studio Calico cards on top just to tie in the color scheme a bit more. I don't have a lot of blue, and my video cut out there, but you didn't really miss anything. I'm just kind of trying to play around with things, and I think about putting that birthday hat on my daughter's head. I just leave it there because it's just like so adorable, but it does end up making its way to the title card. Thought I wanted to use those tiny alphas on the title card, but they were just too tiny, so I go and get some white thickers from my stash, and I wanted like a hyphen, but they didn't have a hyphen in that pack, so I just used the letter Q and just cut it down, because like when am I going to use a letter Q? So just cut that down, and again my video cut out, so you missed me like adhering it all down there, but I end up moving that birthday hat onto the title card. Just I thought it would tie in a little bit with the happy birthday card and things like that. Now I'm on to the bottom right hand corner card and wanted again to bring in some more blue, so I just adhered down this blue doily, and I had this one die cut. I'm not sure where that came from, but it came in one of my more recent purchases, and so this photo was taken on my daughter's 1 year, first birthday. A lot of the other photos are from her first birthday party, which was on the Saturday, but this photo was taken on her actual birthday. So I just kind of wanted to do a bit of a title on the photo, so it just says 1 year old, and I'm bringing in those alphas again and just shifting it over because I didn't want the year, the word year to kind of be on top of her. So I like the way that turned out, and I want to bring in some more color or some sort of embellishment on that, and I decided to go with kind of a different sort of heart that I found in my stash, and it's a little bit of a darker, more of kind of a burnt looking wood. if that makes sense, but I thought it tied in nicely with the marquee of the July wood veneer. And just kind of adhering things down that I know that I want to be placed. So that top right hand corner, it says great day, and just add that chipboard heart. And yeah, I'm just kind of struggling at this point. I know that I really don't like that star card, but I'm just going through and trying to bring in some more color. I try rearranging things because I'm thinking that maybe one of these photos needs a title as well, even though they don't really have room or space for one. But yeah, I add some journaling spots. I realize I don't really have a lot of space for journaling on this layout, which is also bothering me because that was one of my goals for this album, was to really have room to journal and tell the story. So I decided to swap out that card, which was more like a list card, for that yellow card that would allow for some more journaling. And I want to bring in some more yellow, so I find this card from the Good Times value pack that has a little polka dot yellow border around it. So I put that under that one photo. And here I go. Here I go, people. I'm ripping it all off because I don't like it, not even a little bit. So I peel everything off and try to hide the adhesive that is underneath and try to remove the adhesive. So it's going to cut out. There it is in its glory. I like the way it looks. It bothers me a little bit that there are stars and hearts on that card, but I will have to deal with it. And yeah, just adding some extra spots. At this point, it is quite late at night, and I'm going to leave it for a while. I might add some more embellishments, but there's going to be still shots. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.